Okay, so I'm going to attempt to repair this front panel here. On these Coldsports, they pull away and they're spring loaded, so it comes back on its own. On this one, as you can see, they're broken in the worst spots of all places it could be broken. But like I've said before, it's from 1969. Most of the plastic's still here, so yeah. So what I'm going to try and do here is these screw in right here. I have the screws for it. You can see it's lets a certain amount of tension with the spring and comes back. So what I'm going to try and do, and if this all works, it's only going to cost me about 30 bucks. We're going to use the JB Weld plastic epoxy and some clamps I got from Hobo Freight. And before I even mess with this section here, I'm going to see if I can get this to go back in place and this. So I'm just going to clamp them on like that and hope it works. We're going to find out. So I'm going to mix the epoxy up and yeah, see what happens. Alright, so I've been mixing the epoxy for at least a minute. So I'm going to try and set this up and show you how I apply it, and we'll go from there. Alright, let's see here. So I'm going to take a pretty generous amount because I don't really care how it looks. I just need it to work. And I'm going to try and get it in this seam here. Not on my finger, damn it. Whatever. Alright. Go to the bottom one. Get some more epoxy on there. Hopefully you can actually see what I'm doing. But if not, I'm sure you get the idea. It's not rocket science. So try not to put too much pressure on this. Kind of need to. All right, go for it. Go over it again for good luck. Okay, all right, that should be okay. I'm gonna get some clamps on there, and so I gotta adjust this right. All right, clamps on there. I'm gonna use the big guy for the other one. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let that sit an hour. We'll take the clamps off and see how it looks. And something else I wanted to mention while I'm at it is if these louvers are ever so stiff that you can't move them on your own, which was the case with this one. Shouldn't move this right now, but the metal band right there, the louvers connect to that or make contact with it. So you just take some PB Blaster and yeah, that works pretty well. So I got these freed up now. I gave it 2 hours instead of 1, so we'll find out. Promising so far. All right, well, it held, and I went ahead and glued that guy in there too. So let that sit overnight, and then tomorrow I'll if it stays in that spot, nothing happens to it, we'll go further with it. I'll put that guy there. Yeah, well, it's coming along. We'll see. All right, louvers are free. I got that one glued in place and that one glued in place. So I'm gonna try putting that on there, screw it in from the back, and we'll see how it looks. All right, there's the grill. after the repair. It seemed to hold up pretty well. Comes back as it should. So as long as that epoxy holds up, it should be okay. I was lucky that those plastic pieces were still there. I didn't have to make something else up. Louvers are free now, as I probably stated a freaking million times before in the other clips of this video. So the question being, is this going to go in the living room, or is it going to go in the kitchen? We'll see. But yeah, that's it for this little video. That's how you repair one of those pulled out fronts. All right, out.